comes from Capgemini, has had several stints across 2.5 decades of experience. From the time he's come, a lot of things have changed, right? Our bold journey, our vision, and from his perspective, the vision is very, very clear and very simple. How do we do everything which is digital, and that should translate into our ability to be able to earn clients' trust, and how do we maximize their profitability, and how do we maximize this is a quick insight. In 1945, as you'd all know, uh, trying to find partners who have specific skills that we need to build, we need to channelize and add them to our repertoire to give the clients a full-fledged model. Wipro of today, 8-point organization, close to about 1,000 plus active global clients. 4x2 model is what we call it. It's primarily a model which is built to ensure that we can give an end-to-end solution-led delivery to our clients, right? So to make it simpler, we have 4 geographies, and geographies are called SMUs, strategic market units. These are geographies where exactly our clients are based. Did we just skip a slide? A slide before this? Yep. So I spoke about spirit of Wipro. Wipro stands for, right? 4 values that at the outset look very, very simple, right? I mean, if you read through the statements, to be honest, very, very difficult to follow, and very difficult to follow on a day-to-day basis, on a transaction basis. And that's what we expect each and every Wipro to do. It talks about, and I don't even know, out of 2,000 odd people who have joined, how many of you are recording this conversation. So this is for being an equal opportunity employer, use and move forward. We don't look at specific 4 habits. Obviously, 4 values give way to 5 habits, and our chairman, Mr. Rishad Premji, is very, very passionate about these 5 habits, and so much so that he spent enormous amount of hours from his busy schedule to talk to each of our employees and talk about what these means for us. While again, these are very, very simple statements, these are difficult ones to follow if you were to do it every day. Things like country's performance, it's Wipro enterprise performance communication, which is always communicating to be able to respond to queries. And in this context, queries could be from any of you. And thus you see seminars, sessions, webinars, primarily aimed at ensuring that we keep an open communication channel with each one of the candidates that we interact with. A quick insight into what are the things that we do at a large scale. I'm just going to brush upon some of the topics of promoting equality. 67.4% of local is what we do area, and that obviously is to one, gender equity balance. Whenever we speak to our leadership, they keep talking about having more and more women candidates who can come forward from STEM, join in our ranks and become future leaders. So right now at an enterprise level, we are at 35.8% of gender diverse employees. Out to the government of Maharashtra for the last 18 months, and we don't, our leadership doesn't seem to be in any hurry of trying to get that back. So we've given that to the government. Several beautiful stories of people coming out of the hospital, beating this cafeteria, meals served to people during the lockdown stage. Our respondents have been a better world. How do we look at our social responsibility charters, our business responsibility charters? And there are a lot of things that happen. Nothing that I'm going to talk about and expand, but you should know that there are several charters that are there in the field of education, in the field of sustainability, that we keep doing over and over. I'll leave you with a thought in the last green box of saying that we have been the only organization and the only organization in the world that can boast about the fact being rated as the world's most ethical organization in 10 straight years in a row. So this will again sum it up in terms of what values, what principles, what ethics, what integrity means to each one of us. With that, I'll hand over to my colleague Lavanam to speak about what exactly is in it for you from an elite perspective, and then we'll open it up for questions. Thank you so much.
All the people joined this session. One, for giving you a short notice, and second, starting the session a bit late. However, we're happy to see that 2,000 plus participants on a short notice. How excited you are towards this opportunity, and Bhavesh has given a lot of inputs that definitely would help you making a right choice and selection process. We're looking at 60% throughout your academics, 10th, 12th, and graduation. Those who are meeting this criteria, and all of you know that you know, we have a superset as a platform, which is where your registration and communication point of view successfully register you through an online aptitude test followed by coding test. We will put you through a business discussion. What from last year rounds of interview process. However, we have clubbed both the interview process into one business discussion where you will be evaluated on, it's a combined aspects towards, identifying you a best fit for the organization. And once you complete this business discussion, if you clear the process, you will be getting a letter of provisional offer from us. To accept the letter of intent, you have to accept the letter of intent within the time period of 15 days, and those who accept the offer letter of intent will be asked to submit the documents. Once we verify, you will be issued a pakka offer letter. So that what are the policies, and also you can cover your parents also under insurance, and you will be provided 15,000 rupees, which is not mentioned here, which is a medical contributory fund, which you can use it for your regular checkups with your hospitals, and you can use the same the fund for buying your insurance policy for your parents, extending that. And you can also use for your lenses also, that you can use. Have to pay at the time of leaving the organization if they leave within this 12 months. If the employee leaves between 0 to 3 months, they have to pay 75,000 rupees, and third month to sixth month they have to pay 60,000, and sixth month to ninth month they have to pay 45,000 rupees, and ninth month to 12th month, if they leave, they have to pay 25,000 rupees approximately. So those who complete the 12 months, they will not come under, they will be released from the service agreement, and your designation going to be a project engineer. You grow with us. So those who gets offered with this, with the process, today is in the month of September, you're all getting selected. You will be joining this organization after your graduation, maybe next year, May, June onwards. And during this period, what we do is we try to ensure that preparing you on all the fundamentals. Do that, since streams are coming, we wanted to bring you all up to the speed. So we will enabling a PJP program for you, which is pre-joining program. Pre-joining program, don't think that an organization is working towards training their own employees, but all of you would have realized that how self-learning ability is one of the key element in this situation, right? All these 18 years, where somebody is like, nowadays it's become like a practice. Like, you have to keep your eyes and ears open towards the new technologies and integrations. Otherwise, you will be outdated, and you will see a lot of people will push you, they will take over you. So that's why I tell you that continuous learning, in order to enable this, we have a top coder. So that's where we call it as limitless opportunities, and Wipro world of opportunities. How can you start? How can you grab this opportunity? Which is thank you so much for listening to us. Let me summarize. Next slide. So much. Wish you good to all in Wipro. We will open the session for question and answers. Before we, I never felt like leaving because so Wipro is like organizations within the organization.